This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to Isha Training Solutions demo 2 session. So, in our previous demo session, we saw what are all the course content that we are going to cover, right? So, we'll pretty much start the topics today, and we'll try to have a small explanation in AppDynamics tool as well. Okay, so basically, APM tool. What are APM tools? Okay. Application performance monitoring, or you can call it as application performance management to an extent, because monitoring tool only do monitoring, that management tool will manage certain things, because in these tools we have certain managing activities are happening. Okay, so the alerts, that option is there, right? That is little considered to be managing activity, so we'll call it as application performance monitoring or management tools. Okay. So traditionally, what is happening? So I've been into this field for so many years, right? So I know traditionally, if somebody is reporting an issue, what we usually do is that like we'll go back, check the logs, or do some static analysis, or do some code profiling. Like that, we do the approach. It takes some time actually, because it is not that easy to straight away do the investigation. We do heap dump analysis, we do thread dump analysis, we do garbage collection analysis. Like that, we do one by one, okay, one by one. So most of the time, because of this reason itself, it will take close to 1 or 2 days for identifying the issue itself. Will take some time, and then we'll fix the issue, redeploy it, and then retest it. So it takes some time in doing that activity. But the modern technology, right, now in the digital world, you are not supposed to spend more time in investigating itself. Okay, you should not do that. Because your customers are always believing that you are super good application, and you are maintaining 100 percentage availability. Your application will not have any downtime at all. Like that, your end users are thinking, right? Your end users are thinking. So in that case, you should maintain your application in such a way, 100 percentage or 99.9 percentage of your application availability. So for that purpose itself, you should not take more time in doing the investigation. I would say that is the expectation from the stakeholder. You are not spending much time in doing the investigation itself. Okay. So what is that expectation? You should quickly doing your investigation. Very quickly you are doing your investigation, and then you are identifying your bottleneck, and then identifying the solution to overcome that issue. Quickly redeploy your fixed code like that. Everybody is actually expecting. Everybody is expecting in this way only. So for that purpose, you need to use these APM tools. This is very useful if you are using these APM tools. You are not spending any time in identifying the issue. You are only going to spend active time in resolving the issue, because using this APM tool, identifying the issue would be very easy. Okay, resolving the issue only will take some. So these APM tools are used in such a way. Okay, these APM tools are used in such a way that you can identify your performance bottleneck very quickly. Okay, say why performance tools are required to be learned by performance testers. Don't think like it is only performance testers. I would say it is developers, performance testers, performance engineers, and then your system support engineers. So developers, okay, think about development person. So earlier days and all, it was waterfall model. Okay, and then it is agile, and then it is DevOps. Now the time is actually very minimum. Okay, your sprint cycle is actually 2 weeks or 3 weeks only, right? So time is very minimum. In that case, that developer will get very minimum time to develop the user stories. Okay, very minimum time to develop the user stories. In that case, you cannot think from the developer you should develop a optimized code without any performance bottleneck. No, that is not that easy. Okay, already you have very limited time, and in that you are trying to have a optimized code means sometimes it is really tough. Okay, and also because of the timeline pressure, developers are not getting the time to do a thorough unit testing. Okay, they are not getting the sufficient time to do the thorough unit testing. Because of that, what is happening, their code is actually moving to the integration testing phase. Okay, so I would say developers can use these APM tools to quickly identify their chunk of code is having any problem or what. That way also you can leverage this APM tool. I'll take a pass here. Anybody have any question?
Yes, sir. Manish this side. So first thing is that, sir, your voice quality is not up to the mark. So, some terminology or some terms I'm missing. So can you try to increase your voice quality if possible?
Just a minute. Raju, how about you, Raju? You are able to hear clearly?
Hello.
Raju? Raju, you are able to hear my voice clearly?
Yeah, a little bit of like voice disruption from the backside from your
Yeah.
voice.
Yes. Looking like, so you are speaking from a far distance from your mic. So like that.
Is it now? Now is that clear? Now is that clear?
Yeah, now it is clear.
Okay. So, so basically, for a developer, if they are not getting the sufficient time to do thorough unit testing, they can use this APM tools. Okay? They can use this APM tools to identify their issues very quickly. Say like they are developing a new chunk of code. Okay, using these APM tools, they do not require to spend much time. They can simply identify their CPU related, memory related, response time related, error related, exception related. So like that, they can easily identify and pinpoint their issue. That is a important thing a developer can achieve. Okay, not only developer, a performance testers. Okay, what performance testers can do? Performance testers, when they are doing their performance testing activity, say like if it is a existing application, maybe they have certain informations like concurrent user detail, transaction per second detail that they are having because it is an existing application. But think about new application. Okay, okay. In this forum, who are all actually doing performance testing? Manish, you are from which background?
Yeah, actually, I'm the part of monitoring infrastructure team. So basically, I'm just like a fresher, so I'm very new to the monitoring tools. So that is AppDynamics.
Okay.
So in future, I think I will work on performance testing tool also.
Oh, oh, great. Great. Raju, you are from?
Yep, I'm also from the completely from the infrastructure monitoring side. So till now, but the client is suddenly my client is suddenly looking for both application monitoring as well as the infra monitoring in one tool. So they are planning to implement the app dynamics in near like coming months. So that's the reason.
Oh,
So I'm very new to the application monitoring, or even for like I could hear some of your demo sessions of like load runner and trying to understand this what exactly the application team or the testers face the difficulty in different phases, and where we can give or minimize their time. You're absolutely right. They are in agile way to taking the time into write the cases, or even the building the things itself, it is taking time. So there is no time for them to investigate where exactly the problem is. The tools are playing a very major role, I could understand.
Yeah, correct. So why I ask this question, if it is so when the performance testers are doing their performance testing activity, sometimes what will happen if they are testing an existing application in the sense like the application is already there in the production. Okay. So if it is there in the production, no, at least you will have the logs that are available so that you will do an understanding of how many users are coming to your application, what is the transaction per second that is coming to your application, like that you have a clarity. But if it is a new application, there is no clarity because that is a new application, nowhere, no track involved in that. So that time what will happen, the performance testers or the stakeholder will have a discussion, team meeting, and then they will assume certain things. Assumption. What they will assume is that like go with certain user load, something like 100 user load, 200 user load, 500 user load, like that. They'll assume certain things. Okay. So why I ask this question? That assumption sometimes go wrong also. The assumption that you are doing, right? That time sometimes it go wrong also. So how do you identify that assumption is properly going or it is not properly going? Is that when you are doing the performance testing, that time if you are going and doing a monitoring in APM tool, your app dynamics APM tool, with the load testing that you are doing, whether you are getting an optimum CPU utilization or memory utilization or what. If it is not optimum CPU utilization, memory utilization, then what is the meaning is? If it is not proper CPU utilization, memory utilization, what is the meaning? You are not providing a proper load. You are giving a heavy load to the system. Your assumption is wrong. Like that, you can take a decision making. That is the reason I asked this question. Whether the assumption that you are doing is proper or not, that can be that can be identified using your APM tools. Any question guys till now?
Yeah, okay, so
Clear.
uh yeah, I have one or two question. So as
Yeah,
you said, as you explained very well about why we are using APM tool. So basically, uh, I want to know that when I ask or when I give some solution to the client, like how you can optimize your business by using APM tools like App Dynamics. So sometime client replies like we can manage this thing by running some script or with the help of Java profiling, like how heap is running or how code is running. So why we use App Dynamics? Because we can achieve this thing just by running simple script or putting some code on switch level. So
see that
yeah.
say I'll tell you. If your application is a Java application, and if I ask you, and you are a Java developer, if I give the task to you to go through your 1 lakh of code or 2 lakh of code, identify something issue, trying to fine tune or optimize your problem, what is your response usually? How will you react for that?
Don't know.
Your reaction would be no. Say this is very large program. It will take so many days to investigate where is the problem, what is the problem. I don't have any
Mhm.
straightforward solution that is available. That is the response usually you will give it. Either you try
Yeah,
to buy in time. You will try to buy in time so that you will take one by one steps, and then you will try to identify the bottleneck, because it is not that easy to straight away identify that too. That too I mentioned, right? 1 lakh code or 2 lakh lines of code. All the lines of code you are not written it, right? Somebody would have written. So it is little more hard for you to understand others' logic also. So somebody would have written the code and then understand the logic and then try to find the solution. Means that is little more tough. Okay, that is little more tough. So, but these tools, these App Dynamics tools and Dynatrace tools and all designed like a user-friendly tool. do not require to have a high level development skill and all.
Yes,
Simple
exactly.
way you can identify the problem statement, and you are exactly reaching to the point where the issue is there. Only that chunk of code only you are going to report it to the team. So out of the total 2 lakhs of a line, you are giving only 2,000 lines of a code. Look at the way you are went to the granular level of the issue. Instead of holistic level, you went to the granular level. That going to the granular level, this APM tool will be very, very useful. You're getting my point.
Yes, makes sense.
And you do not require too much of a skill set in Java, too much of a skill set in Java. You think like this. Your organization is having 10 different technology means, and you are not a single person to handle 10 different technology. But you are a single person can handle app dynamics. You're getting my point.
Yes.
So those are all the benefits. So why these APM tools becoming very famous in the industry? Because of the user friendliness. Because you can identify the issues very, very quickly. Within 5 minutes, within 10 minutes, you can identify your performance bottleneck, and you can easily go to the root level. Where the issue is there, you can go to the root level without wasting any time. That is the main point. You're getting my point, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Okay.
as I mentioned, performance testers, right? Performance engineers are there. What performance engineers will do, they always think to optimize the application. Okay, either they will do some architectural review, or algorithm review, or some application code review, or some process review, or some infrastructure metric review, like that. They'll always do some review and then try to optimize the application performance. Okay. But the problem is, in order to do that activity, either they need to use client-side performance testing tool, or server-side performance testing tool, or monitoring tools, or static profiling tools, or code profiling tools. Like that, they have to use different tools to understand each and every layer. In order to identify something happening in client side, you need to use certain tools. In order to understand something happening in database, you need to use certain tools. In order to identify something happening in your middleware or the infrastructure, you need to use certain tools. So, but using this APM tool, it is a one solution for all the problems. Okay, because in APM tool, you can investigate something about database. You can investigate something about infrastructure. You can investigate something about application. So you are not worried at all. You are not worried that different tools for different activities, right? No. Here it is one tool which is a solution for all your problems. If you wanted to go deeper into each and every layer, options are available in your App Dynamics. Clear, everybody?
Yes, clear. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Similarly, system support engineers. Okay, system support engineers, what they will do, they will see to the application 24/7 and observe is there any problem, and then they'll try to create a level 1, level 2, level 3 tickets like that, and that issue is assigned to a respective team members. Once they are fixing the issue, they'll redeploy it, and then they will make sure the application is started working without any problem. That is a usual system support engineer job. Okay. Now you imagine if you are using App Dynamics in your organization, the job of your system support engineer will be little easy. You don't want to be sitting in front of the machine for 24/7, because if you are setting the threshold, alerts and response threshold, once it is breaching it, you will get notification. You will get notification. So the job is little easy when compared to the age-old process. The APM tool process will be little more easy to identify the performance bottleneck. In that way, it is used for your system support engineer. So now look at the way I explained. It can be used by developer, it can be used by performance tester, it can be used by performance engineer. Okay, all the layers you can do the investigation. Okay, I hope you guys are understanding why we have to learn this APM tool, in what way it is actually benefit to us. I hope everybody is understanding.
Yes.
Okay. because the technology nowadays, I tell you, those who are aware of Java or those who are aware of .NET, now now it is all came to a very drastic change. The technology is growing like anything. Suddenly, something like Kubernetes is coming, something like containers it is coming, something like OpenShift it is coming, something like Azure, something like AWS, something like Google Cloud Platform, something like Alibaba. Lot of things are actually changing. In that case, the monitoring capability also should change. That capability is available with these APM tools like AppDynamics and Dynatrace kind of a tool. So when the technology is actually growing, your monitoring capacity and monitoring capability also should vary. So that is how these APM tools are really helpful for the end user, really helpful for the performance tester to identify the performance bottleneck. Clear, guys? Everybody is clear with this?
Yes, clear, sir.
Yes.
So this AppDynamics tool, um, quite a similar behavior or not behavior, quite a similar features. Both Dynatrace and AppDynamics is having. I would say AppDynamics in AppDynamics there is a feature called call graph. Okay, call graph. The call graph is actually available similarly in Dynatrace as uh, pure path. Pure path. Okay, in Dynatrace it is pure path. In AppDynamics it is call graph. And in AppDynamics there is a concept called flow map. Flow map. Okay, how the flow is actually there. That similar behavior is available in Dynatrace as Smartscape topology. That is actually called as Smartscape topology. Okay. So there is a concept in Dynatrace called one agent. Okay, one agent which takes care of everything in different layer. Here there is no straightforward option like this, but there is one more option called universal agent. In AppDynamics, it is called as universal agent, which takes care of everything, but it is not that familiar now. That universal agent concept is not that familiar now, but one agent concept is very famous. Okay, very famous. Okay, so like this, your AppDynamics is having a quite a similar behavior when compared to this Dynatrace tool. AppDynamics and Dynatrace tool, when we are trying to compare, no, quite a similar feature list will be there. Okay, that's a comparative understanding of your AppDynamics and then Dynatrace tool. Okay, any question, guys? Still no?
Yeah, for comparatively, so I do have Dynatrace in my environment. So even like when we are decided to go with the App Dynamics, like since because it is giving infra and app monitoring both in one tool. So eventually we are going to replace the SCOM for the infra monitoring as well as the Dynatrace existing Dynatrace for the app monitoring with this AppD. So what extra features are the amount of like used case kind of we can provide the client when they are like looking for AppD?
Raju, first of all, Dynatrace is also having the application monitoring and infrastructure.
Mhm.
Is it
Yeah, understand. But like looking at the licensing part, when we are
okay.
like clients with a big like in my environment, I do have for 4,000 servers are having with like the production and we're
Okay.
looking for yeah, licensing part. The amount of the licensing like spending on the Dynatrace, which is 3 times
Okay.
for compared to AppD. So even
yeah,
like we have other tools like Cisco Intersight and Thousand Eyes, which are there in the already partnered with the my client. So he's like looking for the AppD so that they can get the dev instances as free.
okay, okay,
So in such
okay.
cases, like any strong like the points, these are extra. We will get it from AppD.
I would not say that great difference and all. Very few things are there. This metric browser is there. Right? This metric browser is a little different. All metric in a single common place that is available
Hmm.
in Apple. And then baselining. There is a baselining option that is available in Apple. And then that's all. Most of the things are like this only. Not that great difference because I'll tell you why. These two
Hmm.
tools are working in agile mode. Okay. Every
Yeah.
2 to 3 weeks they will deploy. They will provide one version. So look at the way these two tools are working. You know, like they are keep on changing. That too, nowadays, I would not say App Dynamics is giving very frequent releases, but Dynatrace is giving very, very frequent releases. So they are trying to be very competitive with App Dynamics, the Dynatrace team, I'm saying. So that is the reason they are keep on frequently releasing their version. So over the period, I feel like both are equivalent capability. That is how I feel. Uh,
Okay.
only thing is in App Dynamics, individual technology is having individual agents,
Yeah.
but in Dynatrace it is one agent. Everything is one agent. But here, Java separate agent, .NET separate agent, Python separate agent, Perl separate agent, machine separate agent, database separate agent, like that separate agents that are available in App Dynamics for separate monitoring capability. But in Dynatrace, everything is called as one agent. Whether you wanted to do a full stack monitoring, or whether you wanted to
Yeah.
do a
Infra
infrastructure
only.
monitoring, or you wanted to
Yeah.
have a digital experience monitoring, whatever you wanted to do, it is one agent. Okay, based on the RAM size, based on the time that
Hmm.
you have consumed this license, the calculation is happening in Dynatrace. Okay, but in App Dynamics, that is not the case. Whichever the bundle that you wanted to do the monitoring, that bundle and all you can purchase it, you can procure it, and then you can use it for
Okay.
your.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
yeah, please.
Yeah, for Dynatrace with a one agent with a full stack, it is charging is more, and even the amount of the like on the server, the size of the agent also they are looking it as it's bigger than this, because even we have the feasibility like AppDynamics where exactly the bundle we need, we can add extensions those are required, but whereas
Hmm.
in one agent it is complete dump will be gathered, right? So whether you have chosen or not, so everything will be like coming from the one agent itself. We
Yeah,
need
yeah,
not extra configurations or the extra parameters need to be added
yeah,
for that.
yeah, yeah. That is good. Okay. So, as such, you cannot straight away provide the difference, but there are very few things are a little different in this tool and that tool. That is how we have to see. Okay. And both are
Yeah.
actually industry leading tools. So, very large customer bases are there for these two tools. So, we cannot straight away segregate that they are good and they are not good kind of a comparison. Because if that is the case, everybody will favor one tool only, right? Why they are going with these two tools option? Okay, so
Yeah,
having no
correct.
current advantage, disadvantage kind of things that are okay.
Yeah, That's right. Even like when we are looking at the Gartner also it's showing as ABD as a first. Then it's same with yeah, a little bit down the Dynatrace. And why we are especially looking for like Dynatrace is the only one we are using for APM for whereas ABD we have a like a feasibility to integrate with hardware, something like UCS hardware and some of the network layer where we are integrating with 1,000 eyes to get the end-to-end view of the application.
Hmm, hmm.
So that is the only reason to changing from Dynatrace to AppDeck. So that's what
Oh,
I feel. So I'm looking for more like integrations. Any of the integrations timelines or the any uh, topics discussed here for the integrations?
I'm showing you a load run JMeter integration.
Okay.
That- So that we will see, like how the
Okay.
data from load runner, data from JMeter is flowing to after that we will see. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll quickly summarize and then we will wrap up our. So this app dynamics, what we are going to learn in this course journey, I'm going to initially explain like how to set up that application locally in your machine. So, okay, and then how the individual agents, okay, say it may be a Java agent, or it may be a Node.js agent, or it may be a MySQL agent, or it may be a Mongo agent, or it may be a user experience agent, or it may be a Windows monitoring agent. Like that, each and every agent, how we are going to do the configuration, and say like once you are doing the configuration from the respective environment, the data should be coming to your App Dynamics, and how you are going to do your investigation. So what will I do? I'll quickly create certain issues by giving heavy traffic or by doing certain activity. I'm going to quickly create some traffic, and then how the traffic can be analyzed. All those explanations we are going to see as part of this course. Okay. So if you guys are interested to proceed with this course journey, you can reach out to Kumar sir. Kumar sir number is 8019952427. 8019952427 is Kumar sir number. You can reach out to Kumar sir number for any commercial related or any clarifications that are required. So as I mentioned in the demo one session also, it is a purely a weekday session, 5 days per week, and then 1 hour per day, and then probably 15 hours, more than 15 hours we are planning to have this session, and the time slot is the same time slot whatever we are right now we are having, right? So same time slot we will have our session. Okay, so please reach out to Kumar sir for further information. Thanks everyone for providing this opportunity for me to share my experience. I hope we will continue in this core journey for the learning of Dynamics 2. And we are planning to have our day one session from tomorrow. So based on
Okay.
your request or based on your discussion with Kumar, we'll have our day one session tomorrow. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you, sir.
And
And so, one more question. So, my warm request is that please try to improve the voice quality of your mic if possible. Okay.
No, I think I'm really not sure how it is actually happening. This is something like the headphones that I'm using is an Apple phone. More than that quality, I don't know where you guys.
yeah, I like
It is something.
probably
It
you
is
will get
something to
it
do with the
when
network. Yeah, it is something to
yeah.
do with the network maybe. Sometimes that the network fluctuation would be there now. Probably that is the reason I cross-checked like it is a common thing that is actually happening. But we'll see that. Manish. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank
And one more last question, sir. For recorded sessions, like in the previous batches, right? So, like, can we get that also, like, just to ensure that if we have any discussed points, so that will help in that manner. So, if we
you.
like after paying the fees,
You can discuss with Kumar. He will
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Thank you. Thanks for your time.
Okay. Thank you, Raju. Thank you, sir.